We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing first play is Herbert. And his first pass is incomplete. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Again, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Okay, ready?
On fourth down, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Caught by Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chandler Jones buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile. Play action. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 27, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Max Crosby is really starting to get his due around the league as one of the best young pass rushers in the game. 25 sacks in his first 3 seasons.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
It's 2nd and 9. Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A first down for Davante Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Counter play with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
17 yards.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, you know, this This offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
That throw into the arms of Allen. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Here's Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 12, Carr completing it to the right side, Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Well, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through."
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Duron Harmon. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Herbert on first down now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. To throw again on second down, Herbert. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's third down and 2. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Herbert off of play action. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Well, This drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now it's Herbert. That escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 14. And the pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Carr now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown. Davante Adams, 59 yards. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Herbert throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Herbert now. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Carr now to throw. And now here's another interception. 20, 10.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game